Hello, race fans, and welcome to the official NASCAR iRacing series presented by V8's Online. Week 9, and we're coming to you live from Richmond, Virginia at what some call racing perfection. That's right, we're here at none other than Richmond International Raceway for 200 laps around this amazing 3/4 of a mile racetrack. Tonight's broadcast is presented in glorious HD and brought to you by TrakRacer, SimInstruments, and our very own GetDirtyMX.com. My name is JD Smith, and with me tonight will be Kane Kraft to call all the action on track. And Kane, it's good to be back racing here after a week off for Easter weekend.
It is. That weekend seemed like it was a very long weekend without having no racing going on, but we're back at Richmond, and this is going to be such a fantastic race. I love watching races at Richmond.
Yeah, I do too, Kane. You got to have a little bit of it all. This is, either way how you look at it, it's either the biggest short track in racing or the smallest speedway in racing in America. And either way you look at it, you got to have a little bit of skills from both. And that's why some call it racing perfection. You got to have it all to win here. And that's going to be fun to see who has the characteristics to get the job done at Richmond here in Week 9. There's going to be lots of good talent, Kane. I know we got a lot of big things. After having a week off, a lot of the drivers refreshed. Maybe after a frustrating start, time to get back on the horse. Still a long way to go in this season. And time to get back on the saddle and see if we can't turn this thing around. For some of those who have had just a great start to their season, they're going to do anything in their power, Kane, to keep things going. So it's going to be fun and interesting to see who will be able to stay on that high horse today.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, this series itself has been fantastic, all the way through this entire season. Let's take a look as we're getting ready to load into the race here, and take a look at the points coming into this race. Malik Ray is on top. He is leading not only the championship, but he is leading the Road to Pro coming into Richmond. Jordy Lopez Jr. is in that number 2 spot. He's down 1 spot from last race, as he was leading as we went into Darlington, but a tough week at Darlington moved him down one spot in the championship and in the Road to Pros, but he's still sitting in a pretty good position. Benjamin Burmeister finds himself up in that 3rd position. Justin Bolton in the 4th position. Patrick Crabtree is in 5th. Jared Crawford 6th. Timu Livnin is in 7th. Steven Izini's in number 8 spot. Tyler Hudson finds himself in the 9th position. Brandon Kopinger is in 10th. Chad Lawton's in 11th. Charlie Foster's in 12th. Chris Hall's in 13th spot. Billy Price in 14th. And Patrick Baldwin finds himself in the 15th position.
Some of the guys that are hanging on there: Greg McKinney, Casey Tucker, Alan Bowes, Ryan Lowe, and then rounding out the top 20, Thomas Davis there. Some of the guys that can turn their seasons around there, Kane. Going to be real important to keep our eyes on those names as we watch the race this afternoon or this evening. It's going to be a fun time too. After having a week off, they're going to have a big urge to get back out there. You got to think the last time we raced, Kane, at Darlington, we had an entire caution-free race. Put that one in the record books. It doesn't happen often, and tonight will be very important for these guys. You know, sometimes when we have an off week like this, it's really exciting to see how the guys come back after that off week. Guys are very, very eager to get out there and get up front in a hurry.
Yeah, most definitely. These guys, and especially with the cancellation of the race last night, these guys are definitely going to be looking for some excitement tonight. Richmond does bring a lot of excitement, and I think we're going to see a really good race here tonight.
And just for some of those that may not know about the race you're talking about that was canceled, that is the Peak Series, the Top Pro Series. It did get canceled, so we thought we would be pro driver free tonight, but it looks that things may change. We may see some names out there again racing with our Road to Pro racers out there, which in my opinion is wonderful that they're here. I think it really helps the guys that are trying to get in the pro license, and what it shows me is you have these guys that can run up there with these pro drivers, and a lot of times they run ahead of them, so that's great to see. It shows that they're ready.
Yeah, I think you're right. it does definitely show that they're ready. It shows their skill level, and yeah, it shows that they can compete with these guys going into this. You know, whoever the top 20 going into the Road to Pro, it shows that they're ready to compete with these guys.
And I'll tell you another thing, Kane, there's always something special about racing under the lights at Richmond. It's going to be awesome to have it, beautiful sky out, but under the lights, something about night racing. You get a little extra grip, and there's something really, really huge that we haven't talked about yet. iRacing has deployed their new build, and as that has happened, we now have the new tire model version 5 on the system and on this Gen 6 car. And what we have found out so far, Kane, is that there is a ton of grip on these new tires. And how big of a role will that play in what we're about to watch?
Yeah, it's going to play a big role. Yeah, we've got the new tires, we've got the new Toyota. This is just going to be fantastic.
And you know, I'm already seeing a Camry, 2 Camrys just in the first glimpse. One thing let's go ahead and talk about is the starting grid tonight, guys. It's going to, you know, pole positions played a big role in our races so far. And tonight that's no different. Tyler Hill will be starting on the pole, so good job for Tyler Hill. Starting in second will be Billy Price tonight. How about that? Good job for Billy. Greg McKinney third, fourth Jordan Worth, fifth will be Nathan Saxon. Joe Quinn will be starting in the 6th spot, with 7th going to Benjamin Burmeister. 8th will go to Shane Daughtry, Dwayne Vincent in the 9th spot. And rounding out our top 10 will be Tyler Hudson. Chad J. Lawton will be starting 11th, Kane, with Brad Maher in the 12th position. 13th will be Landon Harrison, and Malik Ray back in 14th. PJ Sergio starting in the 15th position, with Tyler Lawlin starting in 16th. 17th is Adam Gilliland, with Steven Azzini in 18th. Patrick Crabtree will be in the 19th position, with 20th belonging to Danny Hansen. Casey Tucker in the 21st spot, with Chris Overland in 22nd. And Josh Fox will be starting in the 23rd spot this evening, with Chris Hall in 24th. Brandon Coppinger in the 25th spot. And way down the line, how about Jordy Lopez Jr. getting to have to start? It'll be fun to watch him race through this field, Kane, as he starts 26th. Kyle McCormick will start 27th, with Stephen Gilbert 28th. And then we have the last car on the field. The 29th spot goes to Brad Newman. That's how the 29 car field lines up. So that tells a big story, Kane. We didn't have a lot of qualifiers for this race. That really makes me wonder about how tonight's race will shape up. We got a lot of unknowns. We have new tires, we have new car, we have all kind of new things, and we have guys that didn't qualify.
Yeah, it's definitely going to shape up to be an interesting one.
You have literally more than half the field that qualified on provisional points, aka I rating, and the rest on times plus I rating. So it's very, very crucial there. And trying to load up all the new paints, King, because I want to see if we have any new ones. We obviously, with the new tires, have some new colored tires. That'll add some pretty cool stuff for these new paints. So I want to see if anybody has a new season paint up. One of the things we didn't mention either, Kane, is it's going to be a 200-lap race around the 3/4 of a mile track here, and it really is going to be fun. We're going to see some side-by-side racing tonight, Kane. I really believe we will, and I'm being side-by-side in the turns, and that is what makes it so fun here at Richmond. A lot of guys really trying to push, and with those 200 laps, we have to try to guess the fuel mileage, Kane, and all I can think is maybe that we'll be seeing these guys get possibly around 80-something laps out of a fuel run. Somewhere between 80, 85, I reckon.
Yeah, I think we'll probably see tires be, with the new tire model. Yeah, I think these guys' tires will probably be able to make it pretty good. We'll see them getting pretty far on their fuel run without losing their tires as early as they did before.
Yeah, I think that's a big point that we've already seen now. We haven't seen it in action as the guys start to get out there on the grid. But one of the big important things, Dane, is that I've already noticed a lot of people talking about how great these tires are with grip. really favors the drivers and the crew chiefs. They don't have to worry about coming in for tires quite as quick as they did. And a lot of drivers very thankful for that. That's going to be a big sign of longer runs, guys being able to stay out longer, and that is a huge advantage for the drivers. And as we line up here, the 29 car field is going to be really, really eager to get this thing started. And Kane, I'm pretty eager myself, bud.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I can get things going here for the start of this race. This thing is definitely causing some problems for me. Here we go. The new build seems to be giving me some issues with the overlay package. So we'll get it going here in just a second, though.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we got all that worked out there, buddy. And as we get ready to get this thing started, let me tell you what. And we'll go one more pace lap. And Kane, this final pace lap, the guys getting ready here. Boy, this is going to be fun. I am really, really looking forward to this race. Green flag, leaders will take us, and this race is on its way. Tyler Hill leads the field to a start here, and also good so far. Billy Price falls up in the second position. Greg McKinney in third, and the number 25 is Chevrolet. Back in fourth, Jordan Worth in the West new Camry there, doing a good job holding down the fourth position. We're side by side in the field behind the fifth place car. That's Nathan Saxon, Joe Quinn and company, side by side coming through the turns. And it is already an action-packed race. Here on the outside, the number 13 machine of Joe Quinn tries to get around the number 18 car of Benjamin Burmeister. Both cars fighting for the sixth place position. Very tight right now. And it will be Benjamin Burmeister who gets the advantage and makes the pass. Good job there by Ben. And Kane, do we still have you, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I was AFK for a second, but I am back.
Good deal. No, I actually had at the beginning, this track is so loud. That's one of the great things about Richmond is the fans are right on the action in this mile and a half. But I had a camera set up and it was so loud I couldn't even hear you. So I had to adjust that for a second there at the start. It was really loud. Right now on the move, Chad Lawton in the number 2. And he is really moving in his new Toyota Camry down there. Really making a good move up for position. He will move up into another spot. He now rides ahead of Joe Quinn in the 7th position. So Kane, 5 laps complete now on lap 6. We have 200 to go. We have a nice green start here. I mean, I know it's just begun, but a long way to go in this race. And leader Tyler Hill, our pole sitter, still out in front. He looks really confident right now that the brand new Toyota Camry is leading the race. So how about that? The very first race that we have the Toyota Camry came. It not only gets the pole, but leads the first 7 laps here at Richmond.
Yeah, great start for sure for Tyler Hill.
Here comes Billy Price in the number 17 Outlaw Chevrolet. He's coming up in a hurry, and he's kind of just sitting back, but at the same time, he's looking for Tyler to make a slip up here. Like I said, everybody getting adjusted. Not a lot of hours of practice on these new tires, so it's kind of going to have to be a learn-as-you-go process in this race. And I think we're kind of seeing that right now. Everybody trying to take it easy. We got a nice line of cars starting behind Chad Lawton back there in the 6th position. And as soon as you see the number 2 of Chad Lawton, you go behind him. That's where that line of cars starts. Oh, we got trouble. Benjamin Burmeister gets touched by Joe Quinn and into the wall. The caution will come out for the first time today. Let's get a race recall replay on Benjamin Burmeister. Boy, that was very unfortunate there. That was just a tough, very tough break for the number 18 machine. The number 13 Toyota Camry got into the 18 Ford Fusion of Benjamin Burmeister there. Tough to see if Ben maybe had to slam on brakes a little bit harder than normal there, but definitely contact on the back quarter panel, and it sends him nose first into the barrier wall on the outside. Very tough break for the number 18 machine of Benjamin Burmeister.
It does look like his damage may not have been too awful bad. It didn't look like it made too hard a contact there, so I think he'll be able to get any damage fixed and get back out on the track. And although he lost a lot of positions, I think he'll be all right.
He's in the pits right now. We got tons of other cars in the pits right now. Even our pole sitter Tyler Hill coming in for some adjustments. We also have Tyler Hudson decided to stay out, but other leaders, second place driver at the time, Billy Price, stayed out or went in. Greg McKinney, Jordan Worth, Nathan Saxon, Joe Quinn, who ended up getting the back contact, also pitted, as well as guys like Tyler Lawlin, and a lot of pit stops out there, Kane.
Well, JD, as we're getting into this race, I do want to mention that we don't have our V8's online overlay system working today. The new build seems to have made it unfunctional, so I'm using a very generic display for the race tonight. So I do still have replays and stuff like that, but pretty basic.
That is understandable, buddy. Things happen, and that's all right. Looks like Tyler Hudson went back to the Checkpoint graphics, or Checkpoint Design graphics skin back on his Ford Fusion with the nice yellow wheels that go with it. Looks pretty sweet. Well, Chad Lawton will be the leader when we go green, Kane, and now Chad Lawton is on a tear in his new Toyota Camry.
You know, I've really loved the colored wheels. It's so fantastic to be able to look out here on this field and see all the different colors of wheels. That definitely just one more advancement in the sim that is fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. Obviously, with it being new, we'll see a lot of colored wheels for quite some time, but it really does add extra flavor. Something we were missing. That anytime we can get something that we have in real life and we can get it on the sim, we're happy. You know, we got to have it just like as real as we can get it. Now the field leading down the backstretch by the pace car, and I think we're going to be going green this time by, possibly. It looks like the lights are still going on the pace car though, so maybe not. Looks like we'll be going one more by. And we will be one more, so this may be the one to go signal. It is. Will be one to go, Kane, so the car's getting ready this time by. I apologize. And it's going to look like this up at the front of the field. It will be Chad Lawton leading the new field with Tyler Hudson on the outside. Chris Oberlin on the inside starting in 3. Adam Gilliland on the outside of row 2. Tyler Hill starting 5th. Greg McKinney 6th. Billy Price 7th. And Nathan Saxon 8th. And your 9 and 10 positions go to Jordan Worth and Malik Ray. That's how the top 10 starts. We're already on the back stretch on this quarter-mile track. Let's see how this start goes between these two great drivers, Chad Lawton and Tyler Hudson. This is going to be one heck of a restart, Kane. And pace car is off. Chad Lawton with a humongous jump. Also, we're going to get a big jump from Chris Oberlin, who jumps in front of Tyler Hudson. The inside line, very aggressive on the jump, and they get a really good restart. Here comes Tyler Hill already gaining a position, went from 5th to 4th in just one turn. So this is already shaping up to be a lot of passing in this Richmond race. And, this track is designed for some awesome passes. It really is, Kane. It's not a huge passing track, but you can get some awesome passes. Tell you what, right now, oh man, a scary moment for leader Chad Lawton. He got loose coming out of the turn, Kane. He will lose at least 2 positions, if not 3. Here comes Tyler Hill on the outside, and Tyler Hill looks like he may have the position, and he succeeds it to the deuce. And there is Chad Lawton, who gets back up. So he loses the lead, but not all is lost. He just got a little loose there, and all is won. We got a great battle for position a few cars back. Kane, if we can focus on the number 5 car of Malik Ray, well, now they just, it was between him and Billy Price in the number 17 Outlaw Chevy. Those two were really going at it, and Malik Ray was on the inside with Billy Price on the outside, and we had Malik Ray tucked back in. So good side-by-side racing already in this race. We also have it with Jordan Worth right now, Kane. Jordan Worth on the inside, on the outside, the number 7 of Tyler Lawland. And these two battling for position. Let's keep an eye on this for a second and see who gets it. The 7 car with a great advantage, but as we go into the turn, obviously the inside is a great advantage on entry. On exit, though, that high side will be the advantage. And here comes a beautiful boost of speed by the number 7 machine of Tyler Lawland. He will grab that spot from Jordan. The caution is out, guys. The caution for, I don't know what it's for, but we will find out. Second caution of the afternoon.
Looks like it's for Brandon Copinger in the 27th position.
Oh yeah, the Wahoo machine in the number 21. He got a little sideways there, Kane. I'm trying to see exactly what happened there as we get a replay rolling.
Looks like the 27 car, Dwayne Vincent, initially caused the wreck. The 29 car also involved. Go back a little bit further and take a look at the 27 car, or the 27th place car of Dwayne Vincent.
Yeah, he's also the number 27 car, so don't get confused.
Oh yeah, looks like he might have been in the 18th position at that point, I'm not sure.
He got loose, Kane, and what happened was, as he got loose, he went and made contact with the wall and hit the right front quarter panel of the car. And what it did was it slowed him down in the fastest part, one of the fastest parts of the track, right by the start-finish line. And the number 21 car got right into him, had nowhere to go at that speed. And that involved the number 13 machine as well. So a big, tough break for Joe Quinn, who's already had a tough start. He had a great early race, but now it's really hurting him here right at lap 20. So that's our second caution of the afternoon. We also had the number 28 of Brad Newman involved, and that's a tough break for Brad. 2 Wahoo cars involved, Kane.
Yeah, that's a really tough break for Wahoo, because they've really been doing well this season.
Laps to go in this thing.
Looks like several of the cars have chosen not to use their paint scheme this week. I got a lot of plain cars on the track tonight. Are you showing the same thing, or maybe my trading paints is messing up again? But several cars on the track that are not running a custom paint scheme tonight.
Yeah, I have a few, not all, but a few. I have some that are, I got a good bit that are running customs. Tyler Hudson's running his Checkpoint design graphics, Ford Fusion, and then Chad Lawton has a standard one. Greg McKinney has the Alliance Chevrolet, and the combos Toyota Camry, Malik Ray is rocking that, and then in the Worth Chevrolet, the number 17 of Billy Price. So what was the Outlaw Chevrolet, Trading Paint finally updated his scheme, and he's running the Worth Chevrolet, and it looks good. In the number 22, it's the AMD of Nathan Saxon in the number 22 Chevrolet, but instead of being that red scheme that he runs, it's a nice green and black scheme this week.
Yeah, I've seen the same thing with Greg McKinney. He's usually in the red car, and this week he's in a yellow car. So drivers changing it up on me this week. Got me a little confused, but I see everything's working properly. So, well, except for the overlays, but at least Trading Paints is working.
Yeah, a lot of times when we get a new build, we'll have a couple kinks to work out because things have changed. When netcode gets changed, it kind of throws some of the programs off until we can get them adjusted. But all is
And
good
that's
on.
exactly what happened. And with our overlays, it'll take a little bit of time to get those worked out. And with the build just coming out yesterday, that didn't give us enough time. And we launch the race here and just
Tell
find out
you,
it won't work.
tell you whose paint I'm loving, man, is I'm loving the number 16 Chevrolet in the Menard Chevrolet. That's Chris Overland. Now, he's back in the 13th position. That's a killer-looking paint on that car. Looks really good. He was all the way up to third, Kane, on the last restart, now back in 13th. But a car that's really been on the move. How about Jordy Lopez Jr. up in the number 23 Toyota Camry? He's looking real good here on the restart. Tyler Hudson down on the inside with a beautiful start over Chad Lawton. Here we are on this third restart of the afternoon, our second restart. The third, boy, I'm gonna trip on that one, buddy. We've had 2 cautions, or is that the third?
I think that was the second one. This is the third restart, I believe.
That's right. There we go. Thank you. I couldn't get that out. And a beautiful job right now by leader Tyler Hudson and Chad Lawton.
Ooh, a bump into Jordan Worth. Jordan Worth is sliding around the corner. He saved it. He's down on the apron now, but what a fantastic save for Jordan Worth.
Wow. Jordan Worth saved that big time. That could have really been rough. He's got his hands full right now. Still, Kane, he's really busy right now. He fell several positions there on the right. On the outside, he's got the number 3 car. Minor contact between Jordan Worth and Brad Meyer, who is in the number 3 machine. And that was a very close call right there as well. Here's Steven Azzini. We're really tight right here, Kane. This is definitely a lot of close action. And here he goes. Jordan Worth just got kind of turned around there through the infield. He hasn't
brought out a caution yet.
Hasn't brought out the caution, and that's really going to hurt him there because now that's going to throw him laps down.
Yeah, he's just now getting going again. Back on the track, but definitely finds himself far down from the field.
Tough break there in the WingQuest Toyota Camry. That is Jordan Worth, ladies and gentlemen, in the number 11. Back out front now, our leader Tyler Hudson has a little bit of company. How about the Alliance Chevrolet of Greg McKinney right there with Tyler and looking to try to make a pass for the lead here.
Greg McKinney having a fantastic race tonight. He is right up there racing for that first position. So great job to Greg tonight.
Yeah, great start to the race so far, Kane. Long way to go in this 200 lapper tonight. We're only on lap 32 of 200. A lot can happen in this race, and guys that are just kind of trying to take it easy right now know that. Now look at Billy Price in the number 17 Worth Chevy. He is really hanging in there good, tucking in behind the 25. He's not wanting to fall away from this front 2-car pack. He has now made it a 3-car pack for a little battle for the lead here.
Chad Lawton in his own little battle with the number 7 car, Tyler Lawton.
Yeah, Tyler Lawton started the day in the 16th position and now riding in the 5th position. And ooh, a little squiggly moment there as he just kind of got a little loose, but he's doing just fine right now, tucked in tightly right behind Chad Lawton. Good place to be this spot in the race. Back in the 6th position, how about the number 8 of Adam Gilliland there in his new Toyota Camry? He's sitting there with Chris Overland in 7th in the Menard Chevy.
That's why we're seeing a few plain skins. There just wasn't enough time for people to get their new Toyotas painted up.
That's probably a good assessment there, buddy. But I'll tell you what, though, Nathan Saxon's new AMD machine is awesome. It is awesome. That black and green with the green rims, oh, that's looking good, Nathan. Tyler Hill made his way around Nathan Saxon on that last lap, though, to move up into the 8th position. So our pole sitter in his number 12 Toyota Camry still doing pretty good. Nice little race so far for him. Now look here, we got a guy trying to cut into the top 10. Josh Fox will be falling out of it, losing several positions there in his Lowe's machine. And 19 will have to regain those positions. Tough break for Josh Fox. Landon Harrison in the number 4 Chevy SS. Landon has moved into the top 10 now, and we'll watch his Chevy try to move up towards the top 5 now. Another car starting to make his way a little bit more towards the front. How about the number 15 Fastenal Ford Fusion of Casey Tucker, the winner of the Daytona Shootout in the preseason this year. He is already up to 14.
Yeah, he finds himself right behind the 19 Lowe's car, Fox. Josh Fox, that we just seen fall a few places to end up right there in that position.
Got a great battle right now between the number 10 car, and here he goes right now. Patrick Crabtree down on the inside, gets right ahead of the Toyota Camry of Jordy Lopez Jr. Nice pass for the Raptor Ford Fusion of Patrick Crabtree, who moves into the 17th position. Boy, he really is on a roll right now. He just found some speed in a hurricane. He really did.
Jordy Lopez Jr. finds himself back in the 23rd position.
Yeah, really falling back right now. They're seeing some other guys that were up there not too long ago really fell back a long way. Malik Ray, one of them. The Combos Toyota Camry was way up there, riding in third on the last restart, I think, and now back in the 21st position. Checking in on Jordan Worth, Kane. Somehow Jordan has remained on the lead lap. He's got Tyler Hudson coming up, so really praying for a caution right now is the WingQuest Toyota. He really would love to see that yellow flag wave. Leader Tyler Hudson has Greg McKinney right there on his tail, about a car length behind. They have not changed at all since we last checked in on our leader. And here comes Greg McKinney now. Nice little push as we head towards the start-finish line, trying to find his way around Tyler Hudson.
Tyler Hudson, of course, Week 8's winner. He won with a last lap victory over Malik Ray to finish out the Darlington race.
Woo-wee, the number 7 car down on the inside of Chad Lawton now. We got a really good battle between these two. Not the first time we've seen these two go at it. Oh, really had to get on the brakes there. Is the number 7 machine of Tyler Lawland. He really saved an accident there. Now the number 8 goes down on the inside. That is Adam Gilliland. He tries to make his move. Both Toyota Camrys trying to battle side by side. Right now on the outside is the number 7 machine, and Tyler Lawland really trying to get ahead. He had a great move. He was battling with Chad Lawton, and something happened. I don't know if Chad Lawton tapped the brakes or what happened, but he had to really stamp on those brakes to keep from running into the back of Chad Lawton. And now Tyler Lawland has his hands full with Chris Overland there in the number 16 Menard Chevy. Oh man, I tell you what, Chris Overland really looking good so far in this race. He right now in the 7th position. We've seen him run as high as 3rd, and that Menard Chevy is looking fast. Now you see him going down on the inside, trying to make the pass for position, Kane.
Yeah, Chris definitely has got some great speed here, and his car is looking very smooth around this track, so I think he's definitely got a nice smooth setup. He's one of several cars that hasn't changed their car from last week, so he's in a familiar car. That could be helpful.
You know, there's actually good news for Jordan Worth. Although he is falling through the field of leaders right now, he is a lap down. There only is one car a lap down. It's Jordan Worth. Danny Hansen is 2 laps down. So right now, Jordan Worth pretty safe as the potential Get Dirty MX lucky dog if the caution were to wave. Now, Danny Hansen, I mentioned 2 laps down. He's still got hope as well in the number 14 Fanatic Ford Fusion. He is hanging on too. He's got a lot of damage to the front of his Ford, but still very close in this race. If the caution were to come out, it would be really good news there for Jordan Worth, who really had a wonderful start to this race, just one mishap. I mean, he started 4th, Kane, and was riding up in the top 10, and just unfortunately sent the thing into the infield.
Greg McKinney has found himself in the 1st position with Billy Price in 2nd. Tyler Hudson's fallen back to 3rd place now.
Yeah, Tyler must have had a slip up there. Like we said, guys, really learning these new tires. I tell you what, Kane, I'm really loving these new tires. I think the racing is really improved with the added grip that these guys have. already we've seen some really great side-by-side racing and some really, really great passing. So far, I'm a fan of these new tires.
Yeah, from a spectator point of view, the tires are definitely a great addition to the sim. As anytime we get better side-by-side racing and a little bit better grip on the tires, we see better
Chad
racing.
Lawton. Oh, sorry, buddy. Go ahead. I
Nope,
apologize.
go ahead.
I got excited there as we had a close moment there. Chad Lawton in the number 2 machine. Now he's by himself, but was getting around the number 18, Benjamin Burmeister. Now remember, Benjamin Burmeister came, I don't know how this has happened. Somehow Jordy Lopez Jr. is marked back on the lead lap, and now Benjamin Burmeister is the potential lucky dog. Or excuse me, Jordan Worth is 1 lap down. The caution just came out, and tough break for Jordan Worth. Let's see what the caution is for. It's our 3rd caution of the day, and the Get Dirty MX lucky dog will go to Benjamin Burmeister in the number 18 of Ford Fusion. Boy, that really stinks for Jordan Worth, who was so close to getting that lucky dog. And as we look to see what caused the caution there, I'm looking around the track, Kane, trying to see what happened. Well,
Benjamin Burmeister now taking his wave around as he is the GetDirtyMX.com lucky dog.
so with Benjamin Burmeister getting back on the lead lap, if that damage isn't too bad on Benjamin's car from his incident, Kane, I think this guy will be all right. He had a great start to the race. He started in the 7th position at the race start and managed to stay in the top 10 pretty well up until the time of his incident. 21 car in the Wahoo Chevrolet of Brandon Coppinger doing a nice job of rebounding off of his incident. He is in the 17th position at the time of caution. He is actually headed into the pits right now. Other guys in the pits right now, Casey Tucker, Kyle McCormick just leaving. Casey Tucker leaves. Also Malik Ray winning a battle off. Jordy Lopez Jr. gets out just in front of Chris Oberlin and Steve Azzini. Also Josh Fox follows. So look at this right here, Kane. It looks like Jordan Worth going to try to stay out to catch a wave around, and we'll see how that plays out. Or maybe we'll see if he goes in this time around. I just think that maybe he'll try to stay out, and it depends on.
I think he'll stay out. I think it's a pretty good play. And on Richmond, I think we could see another incident at the start of another restart, and
that's exactly what he did.
Wind up, getting a pit stop here in the next few laps if we end up with an early caution from the restart.
And that's exactly what he did, Kane. He has stayed out, so Jordan Worth staying out there in hopes of being granted the wave around. And Greg McKinney will be the car that will lead us to green here in just a moment's time. I think we're 2 to green now. One good thing is the old pace laps here at Richmond go by pretty quick.
Yeah, that's true. The time spent pacing isn't near as long as it has been on a couple of the other tracks, like Texas, for instance.
Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona was pretty lengthy caution sessions.
Boy, can you believe we got Talladega coming up? I can't even talk about it yet. We just got to focus on Richmond. And there he goes, ladies and gentlemen, getting the wave around. Jordan Worth in the WingQuest Toyota Camry. Proud of him, Kane. He looks good. The guy looks refreshed. And Jordan Worth has a lot to race for.
Yeah, finding himself at the back of the pack is definitely going to be a challenge for Jordan, but he's proven that getting through this field is something that he can do. So plenty of race left to make his way back through the field, and we'll see him fighting up toward the point end of this field, so long as another big incident don't happen.
He'll be starting in the 25th position, and the big thing that we'll keep an eye on is everybody around him has fresh tires. We'll see right now the change in the new tire model right now as we restart. Green, 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 and on the outside, Tyler Hudson tries to get around Greg McKinney, and we're going to go 3 wide at Richmond. Really close right there with Billy Price in the number 17 Chevy SS. Here's Tyler Hudson now on the outside trying to make the move on Greg McKinney in the 25 Alliance Chevrolet. The Ford Fusion and the Checkpoint graphics machine has it right now. Tyler Hudson has the advantage, and for the first time today at Richmond, we've seen a car win the battle on the restart from the outside, Kane. That's very important. Mark that down in the notebook. It can be done. That is very important at the end of this race. It can be won from that outside restart.
Yeah, he definitely worked hard to make it happen. It took half a lap to get around him, but he did get around him, and we might see this more often with this new tire model.
That's what I like to see. Before, it was almost a guaranteed move on the inside. Not anymore, folks. Here's the number 7 making a move on Chad Lawton. Beautiful job right there by Tyler Lawton to move up into the 6th position, but here comes Chad Lawton. These two are going at it. Tyler Lawton and Chad Lawton have been going back and forth now for quite some time. Boy, they just switched positions twice, Kane.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic race going on here. Tyler Lawton's having a great battle with Chad, and that's fantastic to watch.
Look at this right here in the number 26 machine, Stephen Gilbert in the Fanatec Ford Fusion making his way up. He's in the 12th position right now. He's trying to look ahead to, actually he's in 11th, Kane. I take that back. He's trying to make his way up to the number 22 car of Nathan Saxon, who is rounding out our top 10. And that would be awesome to see Stephen Gilbert crack his way into the top 10. Stephen started the race today all the way in 28th.
What a fantastic job.
Wow. That Ford Fusion has a little something in it today, and I don't know if it's so much the car. I think the driver is really determined. Patrick Crabtree, another Ford we've seen that's very fast today. That Raptor Ford Fusion has really been fast. Him and Jordy Lopez have been kind of hooked up together, kind of like we've seen with Tyler Lawton and Chad Lawton. These two have been having their own battle, and now on the inside, I speak of it and it happens. Here is Jordy Lopez Jr. making the pass on the inside. Ooh, we got a good move on the outside with number 16 in the Menard Chevy. He is making his way as well. And what a fun race as Chris Overland tries to make position as well, but being denied right now by the number 29 for the moment of Shane Daughtry. And Shane Daughtry and them two side-by-side racing right now for the 14th position. What a battle.
I do want to give a shout out to Shane Daughtry. This is the first race that we've seen him here in the NIS Top Split Wednesday night race, so it's good to see him with us tonight. Doing a fantastic job.
He's not giving up this position, Kane. He is really battling hard. So is Chris Overland on the outside. And Chris almost had it right there. Just ran out of straightaway. And, of course, getting the advantage on the inside was Shane Daughtry there. Really good battle right now between these two. Oh, the Menard Chevy just needs a little bit more of a push, and I think he found it, Kane. He does. Now here comes Casey Tucker into the picture, and the Fastenal Ford Fusion wants a little piece of the action as well. Caution is out. Caution is out for the 4th time today, and this is big as we try to find out what happened. The Get Dirty MX Lucky Dog should go to Danny Hansen. He's 2 laps down, but he should get one of those back. So, at the time of caution, let's see what has happened. I'm looking around. Oh, it looks like I see the number 26 car down in the infield, Kane, and we just got through talking about him. That is the number 26 machine of Stephen Gilbert in the Fanatec Ford Fusion. He started the day in 28th and worked his way all the way up to 10th, and then he got spun out. Oh, what a tough break. Yep, Stephen Gilbert spun out. He got ahead of Nathan Saxon finally and just got loose on the exit of turn 4.
Yeah, looks like that was no contact, just a little bit loose there.
Yeah, maybe pushing that tad too strong there, and that will bring out the caution, and the pit roads are full. Stephen Gilbert in, and a lot of other cars deciding to pit as well. We got all kind of cars: Adam Gilliland, Stephen Azzini, Tyler Lawland, PJ Sturgis, Malik Ray, you name it, they're in there at the moment. Chad Lawton's in, Jordan Worth in there as well, Benjamin Burmeister, Tyler Hudson, Nathan Saxon, our pole sitter Tyler Hill's in, Billy Price is in, and a big race off of pit road right now. And Tyler Hudson wins the race off pit road, followed by Greg McKinney. Actually, I think it's going to be changed. It looks like Billy Price will overtake second position, and third looks like it'll go to Tyler Hill. Greg McKinney may be restarting in fourth position. Kane, he may have lost 2 spots there in the pits.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Greg McKinney. Not the best pit stop out of the group. Tyler Hudson really had a great pit stop. He came out a ways before everybody else.
Yeah, that makes me think that maybe Tyler went with just a splash of fuel, maybe gas and go, or just 2 rights and out, something like that, because he was a big time ahead of the rest. And it will look like this on our restart. Tyler Hudson will be starting on the inside on the pole. On the outside of row 1 will be Billy Price in the Worth Chevy. In third will be Tyler Hill, our pole sitter, and Greg McKinney in fourth. Tyler Lawland will be starting fifth with Adam Gilliland in sixth. Nathan Saxon seventh, eighth Chad Lawton. PJ Sturgio's ninth, and Patrick Crabtree rounding out our top 10. And an honorable mention goes to Jordy Lopez Jr., 1 position out of starting in the top 10. So Jordy fought his way up through the field slowly but surely. Other honorable mention names of guys that have had fast cars so far: Chris Overland right there with him, as well as Casey Tucker. Shane Daughtry, another one we could mention in there as well. And the guy that brought out the caution, Stephen Gilbert. He went in, got the car fixed. Kane, he's only going to start 18th, so not all is lost. Keep your eye on Stephen Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert's definitely having a fantastic race tonight. That, a little incident there, got spun around, but still to find himself in 8th place, not bad at all. The Sims expect him to finish at around the 26th position, and so for him to be in the 18th position, that's a great gain for Stephen, and I think he's still got more left. I think we'll see him finish quite a bit further up than that.
And we are about 3/4 of a lap to green, so we'll be watching Tyler Hudson take us to green this time by.
This time Billy Price on the outside, and we'll see if Billy Price has got anything on the outside for Tyler Hudson.
He's really going to have to bring it, because that Ford Fusion of Tyler Hudson's is on point. It is really fast. His team really sets those cars up beautifully. And as we look on, good job, Billy Price, really trying to stay neck and neck with Tyler. He doesn't want Tyler to get a big jump. There goes Tyler. He gets a big jump. We're green. And there you see it right there. Tyler Hudson shows how to get a big jump. And here comes pole sitter in the number 12 Toyota Camry of Tyler Hill, who tries to overtake Billy Price for the moment. Great side-by-side racing as Tyler Hill takes the position. Now Billy Price in danger of losing third, Kane.
Yeah, Tyler Lawland really coming up from several positions back to take over that third position.
Now fourth. He is falling all the way back to 4th place, and the yellow is back out. A tough restart for for Billy Price, and we get our 5th caution of the afternoon.
Yeah, Brad Marr looks like he is in some trouble there in the number 3 car.
Oh, tough break there for Brad Marr in the number 3 Chevrolet. He really has a little bit of damage there, Kane. And I thought he got into the number 18 car at first, but that did not happen. He just got loose, and when he did, he tried to save it, and it just got away from him. He didn't have as much damage as I thought. I think he's okay. So the guys will re-rack, and we'll do this thing again. Danny Hansen may be thanking everybody now, as it looks like he'll get the Get Dirty MX Lucky Dog again, and will go from 2 laps down to 1 lap, and now he'll get back on the lead lap. These back-to-back cautions have helped him tremendously, so we'll have to keep our eye on Danny Hansen in the number 26 machine.
Yeah, back to the number 3 car,
14,
Brad Marr. You know, I think he may have had a little bit of damage on that car, as a couple turns in a row he got loose, and so maybe something happened, a little bump or something gave him a little bit of damage, because he definitely had a hard time keeping a hold of that car for nearly that entire lap.
Cars that went in: Jordan Wirth, Benjamin Burmeister, Brad Marr, Malik Ray, Brandon Coppinger, Chris Overland, Chris Hall. And a lot of the guys stayed out, obviously, getting ready for the restart. Tyler Hudson will be starting on the pole again, and on the outside this time, pole sitter Tyler Hill. That'll be fun to watch. And Kane, we'll have to keep a close eye. The lucky dog did go to Danny Hansen, and he is now on the lead lap. We only have 3 cars that are done for the day. We have not mentioned them yet. Joe Quinn in the number 13 machine, his day is done, as well as Dwayne Vincent. He scored in the 28th spot. His day is done as well. And Brad Newman, unfortunately, in the garage area. He will pack it up and head to Talladega. His day is done. He finishes 27th. But in the meantime, Kane, here we are on our 5th caution of the afternoon or the evening, depending on where you're at. And we got Tyler Hudson here on the pole, going to restart with Tyler Hill on the outside. Tyler Lawlin will be starting 3rd with Adam Gilliland 4th, and Billy Price 5th. In 6th, it will be Greg McKinney, Chad Lawton in 7th, 8th, Nathan Saxon, PJ Sturgios in 9th, and Jordy Lopez Jr. 10th. And the 2 honorable mentions close there: Casey Tucker 11th, Patrick Crabtree 12th.
Do want to mention Malik Ray, the points leader, as coming into this race, has found himself back in the 19th position.
Yeah, that combo's Toyota Camry's had a little bit of trouble today so far. Long way to go. We're not yet to halfway, only on lap 83 of 200. Kane, a lot can happen for Malik Ray, but he's got to find some speed. Got to find a little bit more pace, and he'll be okay. Jordan Wirth, though, this guy has been down a lap, and he has found it back, and now he is in 17th position behind Racer the Lowe's machine in the number 19 Chevy of Josh Fox, trying to make his way back up through this field. And we're getting ready to go green here now, so we'll keep our eyes one more time, one more lap here. As we watch, we are 1 to go, so we'll be green this time by. The lights are off on the pace car.
Tyler Hill on the outside this time. Going to see if Tyler Hill's got anything for Tyler Hudson down below on the inside line.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see our pole sitter and our previous winner square off here on this restart. Now, Tyler, on the last restart, got an almost impossible restart for anybody to hang with him on that one. Let's see how he does. The pace car is in, and Tyler Hudson waits, and he is gone. He went on green, and good job there. Tyler Hill will kind of stay with him as best he can, but wow, look at Tyler Lawlin in the number 7 Toyota Camry. Right there with the leader, Tyler Hudson. Let's watch these two settle in.
Tyler Lawlin showing some great pace last several restarts. Last couple restarts, rather. Tyler Hill finds himself back in the 3rd position. Adam Gillen in the number 8 machines back in 4th. Billy Price back in the 6th position. PJ Sturgis jumped several positions there to end up in that 5th position.
Boy, I tell you what, Tyler Lawlin is really looking good in his Camry right now. He has had several big pushes, having to slow down only to avoid making contact with leader Tyler Hudson. We'll see how long he can hang right there with Tyler. Also, another driver really been pushing at lately is a few cars back, and now he's making a move down on the inside. It's the number 17 Worth Chevy of Billy Price. He's making his way around PJ Sturgios, and no, access denied temporarily by PJ. And let's see who will win this great battle for the 5th spot.
Casey Tucker wanted to follow him right on through and get that position on PJ as well. I don't think it's going to happen though. PJ's really finding some pace out there on the outside. Now Casey Tucker moves to the outside as well.
And here comes Chad Lawton. Chad Lawton on the inside of Casey Tucker. And look at Chad Lawton moving ahead of Casey there. Good move. A lot of speed being found right now by Billy Price in the number 17 Worth machine. He's in the 5th position. He looks ahead to Adam Gilliland, who's quite a ways ahead. Tyler Hudson now has lost the lead and tries to hold on to 2nd with Tyler Hill. And it is that number 7 car of Tyler Lawland now in the lead, who's been extremely fast here as of late. Beautiful job by Tyler Hudson, though, to hang tight on the outside. It's very difficult to do that when you have a car pushing. The caution is out for the 6th time today. Kane, let's see what happened on this caution.
Looks like Benjamin Burmeister, but I'm not sure exactly what happened. Let's go back to the replay and see if I can find out exactly what happened to Benjamin.
Yeah, Benjamin Burmeister, I see him slowed up. Oh, yeah, he got into the back of the 3 car possibly. No, the 3 car, Brad Maher lost control, got a little loose, and the 18 car had nowhere to go, Kane. Tough break for Benjamin Burmeister, his 2nd incident of the day, as well as the number 3 of Brad Maher. Both cars in 2 incidents so far. That is the 6th caution of the night.
Yeah, the number 3 car having a heck of a time keeping control of his car here tonight. Man, that's the exact same spot where he lost control on the last caution. And
leaders are going down pit road, guys. Very important pit stop. And as we'll watch and see who wins this race off of pit road, this is a really crucial pit stop, Kane. Tyler Hill obviously having the advantage with that pole position spot. He gets into his pit box right by pit exit, but here comes, oh, never mind, that's Jordan Worth. I thought we had somebody leaving. Here comes the number 26 machine, and he'll win off pit road right ahead of Tyler Hudson and then Mr. Tyler Lawland. What a stop. So, what will it looks like? The number 26 machine of Stephen Gilbert will be leading this thing as we restart. How about that for the number 26 machine? Well, that is pending on what we see from Stephen Azzini and Patrick Crabtree. Now, they chose to stay out, Kane, and if they, I think they'll continue to stay out, so those will actually be our leaders. It will be Stephen Azzini possibly leading this thing. We'll see what they choose to do this time by. Stephen down hugging the yellow line as if he were to go in, but no, they will stay out, Kane. And it looks like we'll see Stephen Azzini and Patrick Crabtree leading us to green in 1st and 2nd. 3rd place will be Stephen Gilbert, the 1st car with fresh tires. And then Tyler Hudson in 4th. Tyler Lawland will start in the 5th position. 6th will be pole sitter Tyler Hill. Adam Gilliland in the 7th spot with 8th going to Casey Tucker. Billy Price in 9th with PJ Sturgios in 10th. Now we're at lap 95 of 200, so we're almost at the halfway point. Kane, what is the prognosis this far? It's been a really tight race with no green flag stops to this point. We've been caution filled, and the lights go out on the pace car, so we will be going green this time. And it's just been little things bringing out the caution. We haven't had a major pile up. We do have some cars out there with some pretty heavy damage, but as for the field as a whole, all cars. Oh, tough break there for the number 3 car of Brad Maher, and tough break for him. possibly Benjamin Burmeister too, Kane. And we're going green. Steven Azzini down on the inside gets the start, but he's got company. Here comes Tyler Hudson down on the inside, and Tyler makes his way around the Raptor Ford Fusion of Patrick Crabtree. Now right on the bumper of the Scrabble Chevrolet of Steven Azzini. Here comes Tyler Hudson. The battle for the lead is among us. Oh, and Tyler, that car is fast, buddy. That Ford Fusion is on a roll. He takes first, no problem, Kane. That took him how long? Wait, Steven Azzini with older tires says, wait a minute. Oh, look at that number 7 car, Kane. Look at Tyler Lawlin. That number 7 Toyota Camry is on fire. Those two cars by far the two fastest of the day, and there they are, 1-2.
Tyler Hill not letting him get away, though.
That's it. You said it. Tyler Hill coming up now. Look how big these fresh tires are. They really make a difference. Here comes the number 7 machine down on the inside of Tyler Hudson, and Tyler Lawlin will try to get that lead back, and he will for the moment at the checkered line. He does lead the lap. So Tyler Lawlin will get credit for leading that lap, and now he has officially taken the position for the moment. If he can pull out in front, and he does now, Tyler Hill in position to try to make a move on Tyler Hudson. Boy, this is what racing at Richmond's all about, Kane. Here's Tyler Hill down on the inside. Tyler Hudson tries to hang on. Tyler Hill just missed getting ahead of Tyler Hudson at the start-finish line, but just overtook him on the backstretch. So Tyler Hudson falls back to third for the moment, and our 7th caution of the afternoon has just come out.
That looks like Greg McKinney.
Boy, tough break for Greg. Let's see what happened on that one. Now, Greg McKinney, really tough, and he had a great race early in the race, but it has just been going south as of late. He was riding in a big, tough pack with Chris Overland and the number 29 of Shane Daughtry, and boy, that car just kind of got, did it get loose on him? No, he made contact with Shane Daughtry, Kane. He tried to save it and overcorrected, and oh, the number 21 and Jordan Worth all involved, and that is really, really tough. Jordan Worth really banged up. The number 21 of Brandon Coppinger really banged up as well. This is really tough for these guys. Be real tough for them to continue on. A lot of smoke coming out of the Wahoo Chevrolet, Kane. A lot of smoke. His day may be done.
Tyler Lawton still hanging out in the first place. Tyler Hill in second. Tyler Hudson's fell back into the third position. Alan Gilliland in fourth. Chad Lawton in the fifth place. PJ Sturgis in sixth. Jordy Lopez Jr. in the seventh place. Billy Price in eighth. Chris Overland's found himself in the ninth position. And Nathan Saxon finds himself in the 10th position. Malik Ray has made himself up into the 12th position now, so quite a game there in the last few rounds for Malik Ray.
Yeah, that's good for the point leader, Kane, in the 13th position right now, and the Combos Camry really trying to get up there. He has no damage on his car that I can see, nothing major. He has some minor dings on there, but nothing major. And if he can get some little bit of adjustments, now in 12th, he's almost in that top 10. We'll keep a close eye on the Combos Toyota. Man, I tell you what, Tyler Lawlin in that number 7 in the lead. He is extremely fast as of late. Now, we started this race 105 laps ago, Kane. That number 7 Toyota was not this fast. He has done something to that car and really found some speed in the last 50 laps or so. He has just been extremely fast.
Tyler Hill, on the other hand, he was fast coming into this race as he was the pole sitter. And he's just maintained some great pace throughout this whole race. He's putting some pressure on Tyler Lawlin. And they've both really been putting it to Tyler Hudson this race. Tyler's done a good job of sticking with him, but they're showing him that they can compete.
Well, the thing right now is just make sure you keep yourself in contention, and we're 1 to go now, so we'll keep a close eye on Tyler Lawlin and Tyler Hill on that front row, Kane. As we head down the back stretch, it'll be real important to watch Tyler Hudson down on the inside. I really think we'll see Tyler Hudson and leader Tyler Lawlin really make a move on that bottom row. And all eyes head down to the front row right now as we have our leaders. Pace car heads in, and we're waiting on the call. We are green. A big jump out front for the leader, and a good job by Tyler Hill on the outside. He tucked in right away to keep Mr. Hudson off from passing. And light contact on the wall with Adam Gilliland, Kane.
Yeah, he's able to collect it and get it going again. Only lost a little bit of room there, but I don't think he lost any positions yet from it. Now the number 2 Chad Lawton getting by, and Jordy Lopez Jr. now in contention for that position.
Man, I tell you what, Jordy Lopez, we haven't talked much about him today. Oh, there it is.
Adam Gilliland's around.
And there you see it right there, folks. Adam Gilliland gets spun around. We'll bring out a replay on that as that brings out the 8th caution of the day as the 8th car gets spun around there. Tough break as Adam Gilliland gets spun around by the number 6 machine. And a tough break there. Oh, that hurts. That's PJ Sturgios, by the way, for those wanting to know. And look, I tell you what, Kane, on the replay, I want you to go jump into Chris Overland's car and get an onboard view of that replay. What Chris Overland just did was amazing to avoid this thing. Yeah, if you go on the onboard, that is just unbelievable.
Race recall replay now on board with Chris Overland coming into this wreck here involving Adam Gilliland.
I just don't know how he slid through that. I mean, it happened right in front of him, full speed.
Slams on the brakes to avoid contact, jams on the gas to avoid getting hit in the back. Great driving by Chris Overland.
Man, that is some reflex driving right there. Beautiful job. That's how you're focused right there. No problems for Chris Overland. What a view there. Thank you for that, Kate. And Chris Overland in the pits right now. Also, a few other drivers in the pits as well to mention. We have the guy that was in the wreck in there, PJ Sturgios as well, Landon Harrison, Nathan Saxon, Jordan Worth, Greg McKinney. As we look, Chris Hall still in this thing. He's quite a little ways down in the race. He's 5 laps off the leader's pace, but he is in 24th position and hanging in there. Proud of the Fast Track Sim Chevy. He's hanging in there, not giving up.
Yeah, and I thought I'd seen him as one of the cars that was out of the race there a little bit ago, but apparently he came back in and is trying to get his car fixed back up and stay in this thing.
You know, he's only 5 laps down, Kane, and that sounds like a lot, but you never know what can happen.
Well, as many cautions as we've had so far, it's possible he could get back in this thing. It
really is possible. The Wahoo Motorsports car of Brandon Coppinger, I thought that thing was done. I thought that Chevy was smoking and heading to the garage area. No, sir, he's only 2 laps down. He just left the pits, freshened up that Wahoo Chevrolet, and he's back out on the track, Kane, and he's getting ready to try to get back in this thing. He's in 23rd, hoping for 2 lucky dogs back-to-back, and he can try to take advantage of this thing to get back on the lead lap.
Still a little bit of damage to the front end there on the Wahoo car, but the crew's definitely been working hard on it. I can see the front left wheel's a little damaged still, but just a little bit more time, a little bit more work from that crew. He definitely could be back right in contention.
Jordy Lopez Jr. finds himself in 5th position, his highest position of the evening. The number 23 Toyota Camry has been easing his way up nice and easy. We don't know what Jordy really has in that Camry yet, Kane. I don't think he's been really pushing hard. I think he's been kind of hanging back. And as many cautions as we've had, it's been hard to really see who has what on a long ride because we haven't seen one yet. We're on lap 113 of 200, and you know, these guys, once they settle into a long run here, we'll finally get to see what happens on one of these long runs. If you went in with a set up for a long run, and that's what I would do, leaving a Darlington where we went caution free. You know, a lot of these cars were set up that way, so we'll see who has what on a long run. It's going to really depend on how this race shapes out in the second half here, which has just started 14 laps ago.
I tell you what, the Toyotas are definitely proving themselves tonight, as 4 of the top 5 are Toyotas.
Yeah, you have Tyler Lawlin in a Toyota, Tyler Hill in a Toyota, Chad Lawton is not, I apologize, I thought he was, and then you have Jordy Lopez Jr., so 3 out of the 5 anyhow. You got 2, or no, Chad Lawton is in 1, I apologize, so you do have 4. And that's big, only 1 Ford Fusion up there. And here we are restarted, and Tyler Lawlin has a beautiful start from first. Here comes Tyler Hudson and Tyler Hill. Boy, big race back with Jordy Lopez Jr. now gets ahead of the number 2 car, Chad Lawton. Billy Price is on right side by side with Steven Azzini, and we are really tight with Malik Ray and Casey Tucker. Action-packed right now. Malik Ray kind of stuck on that outside for the moment. He just doesn't have the speed off of the get-go, but once we seem to get going a lap or two, he really starts heating up. He's got Chris Overland on his tail right now. Casey Tucker does break away, has a little bit of breathing room. Let's see if he can work on Steven Azzini there, or if Steven has enough to push ahead and get Billy Price.
Tyler Hudson making the move on Tyler Hill right now. Hudson down on the inside. Wheel to wheel coming down the front stretch, going into turn 1. Looks like Tyler Hudson's got the advantage.
Oh, great push there by Jordy Lopez Jr. Jordy, oh man, really tight right there between Jordy and Tyler Hill. I thought we would have a little contact there, and a good job by Jordy Lopez Jr. and Tyler Hudson. Tyler Hudson really taking advantage of that from that little bitty push from Jordy Lopez Jr. Now it pushes him all the way up to leader Tyler Lawlin.
Tyler Hill definitely struggling on the outside. The outside lines definitely started to go away this late in the race as the tires are starting to fall off. So Tyler Hill's definitely going to want to get back to the inside and try to get these positions back.
Yeah, a lot of rubber's been laid down on the track with these new tires. It's going to be real fun to see how things play late in this race. But I tell you what, that number 7 car really looking good. Tyler Hudson really putting the pressure on as here lately. He's really trying to tighten that gap down. Tyler almost gets into the wall there. He's really pushing hard at the moment. Billy Price getting his head right in front of Chad Lawton there and moves up into the 4th position. Good job there by Billy Price. Caution out for the 9th time today, and that caution is going to be, I'm trying to see exactly where it is. Let's see, that one I don't see. Oh, Kane, it looks like the number 6. No, he didn't. That wouldn't have brought out a caution. Well, that one's a mystery. We'll have to call it a debris caution unless we find out otherwise. And leaders are in pit road. Tyler Hudson in, Tyler Lawlin in, Jordy Lopez Jr., Billy Price, you name it, they're in. We got a full pit road. And Tyler Hill gets that front pit box, and how big will that be? Who will win the race off of pit road? We're about to find out. Looks like it could be Tyler Hudson, and it is. Tyler Hudson will win the race off of pit road. A beautiful job by Tyler. He has really done well in the pits. Jordy Lopez Jr. takes second place honors out of the pits, and third, Tyler Lawlin. Tyler Hill fourth, and then after him, it's Chad Lawton. Kind of a little pattern here. Look who's going to be back up towards the front, Kane. Chris Overland with a great pit stop to come out behind Chad Lawton. So as the guys get ready to re-rack them up, at the moment, PJ Sturgio's holding down the lead with some older tires. We'll see what he decides this time around. He may try to just get that track position over pitting there, Kane. And I think that's the choice that he's made.
Yeah, I've seen PJ make this move before and stay out on some old tires and get that track position, and it's worked out well for him. So not a bad strategy this late in the race. And yeah, as quickly as these cautions are coming, there's not been a whole lot of laps on those tires. He may be able to maintain some good track position out of this. Now, I don't think he'll be able to hold off the likes of Tyler Hudson, Jordy Lopez, Tyler Lawlin, Tyler Hill, but he may be able to find himself up in the top 5, top 10.
Yeah, it's a good point. That's a very good point, Kane, and we'll see how that plays out for him here. It's lap 125 of 200, so 75 laps remain to be completed. PJ Sturgios will restart in the lead with Tyler Hudson on the outside. We've already seen what Tyler can do starting on the outside. It'll be fun to see if he can do it again. Jordy Lopez Jr. will start in the 3rd position. Tyler Lawlin on the outside in 4th. Tyler Hill 5th. Chad Lawton 6th. And Chris Overland 7th. 8th will be Patrick Crabtree, with 9th going to Josh Fox, and rounding out the top 10, Billy Price. Shane Daughtry is in that 11th position with Stephen Gilbert in 12th. How about Stephen bouncing back again? I told you, watch out for that 26 car. He just keeps doing it. Malik Ray, our point leader, will keep an eye on him as well. He is in the 16th position. And how about old Jordan Worth starting back in 19th, but hanging in this race? That car is banged up and still has some speed to it. And we'll be getting going this time, guys. We're watching our leader, PJ Sturgios, take us to green. And this is going to be a very, very crucial restart, as they all tend to be here at Richmond. Pace car is off. All eyes on the number 6 machine of PJ Sturgios. And here he goes. Green, green, green. And Tyler Hudson with a phenomenal outside start. And will he be able to take PJ? No, not right now. He went a little too wide, Kane. He went really high, and I think that hurt him. But now shoots down on the inside and makes the pass like a speeding bullet. And the caution comes out that fast. What a job by Tyler Hudson to jump in first before the caution comes out. Now that caution is being really helpful to the number 21 machine of Brandon Coppinger. Oh boy, never mind. Huge damage for Brandon Coppinger. I didn't know that was the caution. You don't want to become the caution. Casey Tucker, we got a big, big incident here.
Oh, Malik Ray involved as well.
Yes, sir. Points leader involved. This is not good. And as they were coming down the backstretch, Malik Ray and the number 26 machine of Stephen Gilbert we talked about. And oh boy, Malik hit hard. That car is really in trouble because that is just straight on the engine. That's going to be really, his engine may be shot, Kane. His day may be over. The number 25 car involved as well, Greg McKinney. He had a great car early in this race. Tons of guys involved. This is not good for Malik Ray, Stephen Gilbert, Casey Tucker, and Brandon Coppinger. Also, Greg McKinney, Jordan Worth involved, and the number 21 machine I just mentioned of Brandon Coppinger. He's been in so many and still bounced back. I just don't know if he can do it again. That was a big crash. That's the big one. We've been waiting for a big one, and that may be what these guys needed to get a long run, Kane. That may be the big crash we needed.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you have a big crash like that, it gets these guys caution free for a while. I believe that's the 10th caution of the day.
Yeah, Richmond's definitely been a tough track for these guys tonight, as cautions have just been plentiful tonight.
Yeah, I didn't know we'd have quite this many, but I knew it would be a learning experience with the new tire model. And it really has been a learning experience, but all these little cautions have been so little. Guys just getting a little loose on exit. You know, that one was, of course, a huge wreck, but really most of these cautions have been little bitty things, and things that these guys will get sorted out before next week. Of course, at Talladega, boy, that's no matter what tire package you bring to Dega, it's always very, very entertaining. So I think we're going to be in a real treat for the next 59 laps that are remaining in this race. Or did I say that wrong? Anyways, we're on lap 131 now, and I think we're going to have a great finish here at Richmond, buddy.
69 laps.
69 laps, there we go. And to this point, Kane, it really has been all Tyler Hudson and Tyler Lawlin. But if I had to pick two car drivers to this point, and we've had 10 cautions, and you know, we still got lights are still on the pace car, so we're going to go around one more time at least. We'll see if the lights do go out, and they do. We are one to go, but PJ Sturgio's hanging in the second position, and PJ says, y'all just keep on wrecking back there. I'm just going to hang out up here in second.
Yeah, Tyler Hudson just got around him just in the nick of time before that caution came out to take over that #1 spot, and that he did.
He really did. And Kane, take away PJ Sturgis for a minute and look at this top line of cars. You have Tyler Hudson, Jordy Lopez Jr., Tyler Lawlin, Chris Overland, Tyler Hill, and Chad Lawton, Josh Fox, Billy Price, and Patrick Crabtree. That's your top 10. These guys have been awesome all day long. Pace car is out, and here we go. Tyler Hudson will lead us to green, and we bunched up behind him, and that could have been really bad. We'll see if they're able to kind of clean it up. This is 3 wide at Richmond.
Tyler Hill backing off to try to get out of that 3 wide situation as quickly as possible. He finds himself on the outside again, just behind Billy Price.
We are really bunched up back here with Chad Lawton, Billy Price, Tyler Hill still out on the outside right now. The number 16 machine in the Menard Chevy, Chris Overland, tries to make his way around Chad J. Lawton in the number 2 Toyota Camry, and he just can't get around him. He's getting a little bit of a push from Billy Price there.
Ooh, and Tyler Lawlins out of control. He still hasn't got that thing recovered. Down the entire straightaway, he was trying to recover that thing, and let those guys catch back on him.
3 wide. Chris Overland takes advantage of that, and my goodness, that could have been huge. What a save by those guys. Now I'm going back out front. Let's kind of check out on what's going on with our leader, and Tyler Hudson is right where he wants to be. Has a nice 7/10 second lead over Jordy Lopez Jr. in second. Back in third, it is old tire PJ Sturgios, who relied on track position, and right now it's kind of paying off. Chad Lawton back in the 4th position as he was overtaken by Billy Price. Back in 6th, this is Tyler Hill for the moment. No, Chris Overland, great pass. Moved up into 6th position, and the Menard Chevy keeps moving forward.
Tyler Lawlin seems to have his car back under control, but he finds himself back in the 11th position. The 29 car, Shane Daughtry, looking to try to make one more position on him as Tyler's getting his car under control. We ought to see Tyler start making a push back to the front.
Yeah, the number 7 car has been extremely fast as of the past 100 laps. He has been on fire, and I'm telling you what, you know, that really hurt him, but it'll be fun to watch him make some of that ground back up. Here we are back in green flag racing. It's so great when we get running like this. Patrick Crabtree has found some nice speed with the Raptor Ford Fusion. So is Josh Fox there in the Lowe's Chevy. That number 19 car has done very well here as he's been kind of quiet today. Oh man, as we go on board with Shane Daughtry, let's check out this awesome view here of Richmond International. You see the long line of cars. You look ahead to the number 7 machine of Tyler Lawlin. See that damage there? Not enough to hurt the new Toyota Camry there. Look at these turns. You are carrying the maximum amount of speed through this thing without losing that grip, and there's so much slip that can happen. And I think that's what we're seeing, Kane, is these guys are getting real comfortable with the added grip of the new tire model, and they're getting on the gas heavy right there, and that's where we've seen them lose it right there before the start-finish line several times. Several cars have gotten loose right there, and I think that's from getting over-aggressive on the accelerator. Oh, looking ahead, it looked like we had a little wall clip from the number 19 machine, and I think it was the Lowe's Chevrolet right there, in a scary moment. But everything is fine right now. The number 7 car now makes a move down on the inside. Shane Daughtry looks like he'll try to follow his way around as well. And Josh Fox now will tuck in behind the number 7 car, Tyler Lawlin. Tyler starts his way back towards the front. He's got to try to chip away at this thing pretty close. Tyler Hill now in the middle of some traffic. The number 12 Toyota Camry pole sitter is between Chad Lawton and Adam Gilliland, trying to get up one more position to move up into the top 6. Boy, those are 3 tight cars. Do you see him get loose right there, Kane?
Yeah, right at the start-finish line. That's
what I was talking about on the onboard. I think they're just getting on that accelerator. You know, they're trying to get as much speed as you can. That's stating the obvious. But I think with the added grip of the new tire model, they're getting a little, they're getting comfortable with these things, and they're just overshooting it a little bit. Because when you go back to racing here on the old tire model, I don't remember them getting loose there. Good racing by Chad Lawton. He really is doing well, holding down the 6th position. And then we look ahead, Chris Overland in the 5th position. PJ Sturgio's doing good on those old tires. He's still in 4th, so good for him. Billy Price now trying to get up here and mess with Jordy Lopez Jr. a little bit.
Yeah, definitely putting some serious pressure on Jordy as he's looking to go under him. No, he decides not to, but yeah, some serious pressure that he's putting on Jordy there. We'll be seeing a push for that position here before long. And
there he goes. Yep, there it is right there. Billy Price, beautiful move on Jordy Lopez Jr. The Chevy overtakes the Toyota. And now we have a Ford Fusion in 1st, a Chevrolet in 2nd, and a Toyota in 3rd. How about that? Boy, I love having 3 cars in the manufacturer battle now, Kane. This is great.
Yeah, there for a little bit we had a battle between Toyotas and a battle between Tylers. We had 3 Tylers, and one of them was in a Ford, the other 2 in Toyotas. It was a heck of a battle we had going on there.
Well, definitely the leading Tyler right now is Tyler Hudson, and he looks great in his Ford Fusion. The number 1 machine really out to about the most demanding lead we've seen to this point. It's the biggest lead for sure to this point in the race, and right now he looks very calm and collective. This is where he likes to be.
Stevie Z making the move on Landon Harrison back for that 13th position.
Shane Daughtry right now trying to make his way around Josh Fox in the number 19 Lowe's Chevrolet. Shane Daughtry really trying to get back into that 11th spot. Shane's looked very well in his debut here.
Yeah, he really has. He's done a fantastic job. He's been in the top 10. He's only recently fell back into that 12th position, but I think we'll see him climb back into that top 10 before this thing's over. We've got 48 laps left. There's still plenty of time. Keep our eye on Shane, see how it goes.
Right now, the potential lucky dog, Jordan Worth. He is the first car that is 1 lap down, and Jordan in the 18th position. So we have 17 cars on the lead lap, and Jordan says, "Where's the caution now?" We've had so many, and now we're starting to get a nice green little run here, and he can't find the caution nowhere. Boy, I'm proud. Brandon Coppinger. He went until he couldn't no more, Kane, and right now he is off the track. But Stephen Gilbert thought he was done for the day, 21 laps off the lead, and he has taken the car from the garage back out onto the track, and he is out there racing. That's what I love to see.
He's definitely had a tough day today, but the more practice he can get, the better position he'll be in for Friday's race.
Oh, and don't forget, this race at near the end of the year will be one of the most important races of the year. It comes with 11 races to go in our season. When we hit Richmond next time, it will be very crucial to the point standing. So you need to be good here.
JD, Billy Price has caught Tyler Hudson and is putting some serious pressure on Tyler for that lead position.
Oh, that's fun news right there. The number 17 Worth Chevrolet now right there with Tyler Hudson in the Checkpoint Designs Ford Fusion. We got a battle for the lead here at lap 158. Man, those cars sound good. I'm loving it, buddy. Green flag run, Billy Price right there on and not letting up at all. He is really heating things up right now. The number 17 car has looked really, really good as of late, and now he looks like he has a car that can hang with Tyler. We mentioned earlier, down on the inside, Tyler may be in trouble. Not right now. Tyler shuts that opportunity down, but if Billy keeps making these opportunities available, eventually he has to capitalize on one and get into that lead position. We're having a nice little green flag run here, and we mentioned earlier, a little bump and run. We saw the back end of Tyler Hudson wiggle. It got real loose, and a beautiful move there by Billy Price, and we have more contact up at the front. Billy Price side by side going down the backstretch now. Tyler Hudson will not be denied on the outside. He gets a great burst of speed somehow through the middle of the turn. Great momentum, race to the line. Tyler Hudson leads this lap, but now Billy Price will overtake. And there's a little bump right back from Tyler, a little payback. Hey, buddy, I'm still here. And Billy Price, really aggressive and great move to get to the lead. That is great racing. Boy, I'm loving these new tires, Kane.
Yeah, they were definitely providing some great racing.
I mean, it ain't all tires, but these drivers are amazing. But I'm telling you what, it sure helps. What we just saw, I don't think we could have seen with the old tire model, because let me tell you what would have happened. That bump and run that Billy just did on Tyler, it would have spun Tyler out.
Yeah, definitely more grip here, and it's allowing that outside line to run just a little bit more, with a little bit more speed, and it's making these races be a little bit stronger.
Well, that's what I'm hoping is with this new tire model, we'll find that there will be more multiple grooves in these races, especially at our 1.5 miles. Like when we head to Atlanta, we'll be able to run the high line now and the low line. We noticed that at practice earlier today at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Some of the guys were finding that not for long periods of time, but if a pass were to be needed on the high side, you could do it. And before it was impossible. So this is going to change everything, and I think it's for the good. I'm really excited about what we have ahead of us in this season. You see the leaders right now making their way around. Jordan Worth, that will put Jordan 2 laps down. He didn't catch the caution in time, but if he does get the lucky, or if the caution does come out right as of now, he still would be the lucky dog, and he'll just get one of those laps back and still be a lap down. Boy, I tell you what, Billy Price still holding that first place position down. Very nice. Back in third, Jordy Lopez Jr. rides alone, but he looks kind of, as we get longer into this run, his car's starting to look better and better, Kane. That Toyota Camry, the number 23, Jordy looks really good.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good for most of the day, climbing his way through the field. He started in the back, and he's had to climb his way through, and he's really done a great job, finding himself in the third place.
Let me tell you what's amazed me. PJ Sergios has really old tires in his Toyota Camry, Kate, and he is looking great. He's just behind Chris Overland in 5th, and he obviously doesn't have the same speed, as the guys with fresh tires. But even this long in a fuel run, I'm excited. I'm just really excited to see that he's able to still kind of hang with these guys. I figured he'd have fallen to at least 9th or 10th by now, but he's hanging up there with him. It looks like Tyler Hill's fixing to get him here in a few laps time. Chris Overland in 4th. He's trying to get up there to Jordy, but he's got quite a ways to go. There's a big gap from 1st to 3rd. Between 3rd and 4th, there's a really big gap. We got to check in on the number 7 machine. He was very dominant a little while ago. Tyler Lawlin, remember he fell back to the 11th position, Kane, and now he has found his way up to 8th. But that Toyota does not have that same demeanor it had earlier. It does not seem to be just as fast as it was earlier. It's starting to move now. All of a sudden, he's catching up to Patrick Crabtree as Patrick gets stuck behind PJ Sturgis. That'll slow him down a little bit, and that will allow the number 7 machine to catch up. Now PJ stuck on the outside. His old tires really starting to feel him now as he's really struggling to hang on.
Yeah, these last several laps.
Oh,
really...
contact. Sorry, buddy. That was a scary moment there. Big contact between number 7 and the number 6 car. And that actually hurt Tyler Lawlin a lot.
Yeah, it cost him a lot of momentum as he made that contact. So it's pretty heavy contact that could have done some damage to the front end there.
Yeah, I don't understand why. And this time you see the number 6 car get out of his way, and the number 7 car will go by problem-free. So Tyler Lawlin now moves up another spot as he now sits in the 7th position. And we'll keep an eye on this car. We're on lap 174 of 200. This race, not a long time to go. We could ride this thing to green, the green to checkered. And what a way that would be to end this crazy race of
Jordy Lopez Jr. is now catching Tyler Hudson for that 2nd place position.
Yeah, that's one thing I was mentioning. For the first time today, we're seeing what these things can do on a long setup. And I think that's what Jordy had his setup to do, and it's showing. Boy, every lap he is chewing some serious space in between them two. He is really chipping away at this gap. He's really getting them through the turns, Kane. You can just really see him just chewing through those turns. And let's be real, Tyler Hudson's car is extremely fast. Here on lap 177 of 200, we're getting to wind down time here, and it's starting to get really critical. Billy Price is right where we want. He just wants this thing to stay green, and he is looking really good right now. He has a 2-second lead over Tyler Hudson, and that Billy Price machine has been really fast. Kane as of late. He did something on that last stop that really sped his car up. He made the right adjustment at the right time, and he is showing you why. In the meantime, Tyler Hudson's trying to stay alive in 2nd. This is a fun little battle between Tyler and Jordy. And now Tyler's starting to pull away. Patrick Crabtree and Tyler Hill going at it. Patrick was able to go around Tyler Hill and move up into the 4th position. Tyler Hill trying to get it back. So Patrick Crabtree moves into the 4th position in the Raptor Ford Fusion, and for the first time, Patrick's up in 4th in a racing situation here, not under just because of a caution. He's worked his way up these few spots, and he looks really good, Kane. He's almost he's got a ways to go to get up to Jordy, but he looks a lot faster.
Tyler Hill really working to stay with
Kane,
Patrick.
we got a big pass opportunity from Tyler Lawlin right now as he goes underneath Chris Overland. And then we have contact between the two. This is a big, big time. They know how important this battle for position is. Chris Overland's going to try to come back there in the 7th position. This is the battle for 6th. And the number 7 machine gets another position. Woo, that was close. Sorry, buddy. That one, we had to get that one out. That was an awesome move there by both drivers, and that Tyler Lawlin machine is really heating up, Kane.
Yeah, he's pulling away from Chris Overland, who's been pretty quick this whole race. So, but Tyler Lawlin really has too, but he slowed off there for a while, but he's really got some speed now.
Boy, he really is showing it right now. He's finding that rhythm again that he had earlier, or the car just clicked in, and he's comfortable in it right now. And as a driver, when you get your car to do exactly what you want it to do, there's not a greater feeling in the world for a race car driver. And when your car does what you want it to do, you just feel like you can do anything. And that's, I think, what Tyler Lawlin's feeling right now. That's also the way Billy Price is feeling, as he has now made that lead go to 2.5 seconds over Tyler Hudson. He's slowly pulling away.
I do want to mention Shane Daughtry now finds himself up in the top 10, so a couple positions gained for Shane as he's another 20 laps or so down spent on this race.
Wow. I am really proud of Billy Price. We've seen him run extremely fast in all the races this season. He's been a great driver, but we haven't seen him do this, and that is really dominate late in a race and get that win. Now, we haven't seen Billy win yet, have we?
Nope, this will be the first win for Billy, and he's had some great races, but
if he were to pull this thing out now, there only is 12 laps remaining. But if we stay green, and it looks like we will, it's going to be extremely hard for Tyler Hudson to catch him, as Tyler is just shy of 3 seconds now. Big time gap. Tough day for Malik Ray. If you may have just joined us, the points leader is scored in the 23rd position and out of the race. Ended his race a little earlier, and a tough day for him. And Jordan Worth had a tough day as well, Kane. For those didn't know, he has just ended his race and pulled it into the garage.
Danny Hansen as well, not had a good race today. He got in an incident early on in the race in one of the opening laps, and he's been struggling ever since to get back on that lead lap, and just keeps getting involved in something little as the race goes on to keep him that lap down.
Josh Fox now makes a great move on Chris Overland for position. I thought it was going to get him, and he did right there. Good move there by the Lowe's Chevrolet. He gets around the Menard Chevy, and now we have Chris Overland falling to Josh Fox there. That is for the 8th position. And here we are, guys, just less than 10 to go here in the 200 laps at Richmond. What a very important race here in the season. Richmond's such an important race just because of the style of racing it is. You got to be good at short tracks, and you got to be good at speedways to do good here. And that's why you see Tyler Hudson, Billy Price, Jordy Lopez Jr. up in the top 3. These guys do good everywhere they go, and it's showing right here at Richmond. And I tell you what, Billy Price has just a few more laps to go if this thing stays green. He does not want Tyler Hudson to be restarting beside him at the end of this race. Boy, I tell you what, Billy Price just put Nathan Saxon a lap down. Nathan Saxon is in the 13th position. And tell you what, next car on the list for him is Chad Lawton. Chad's been in the top 10 all day. Now he finds himself in 12th here at the end of the race.
Yeah, tough break for Chad. He's had a heck of a race for most of the race, and just recently finds himself back in the 12th position.
And now we just complete lap 195, so 5 laps to go here at Richmond, and a beautiful race to this point for Billy Price, who came on hot at the right time on our longest green run of the day. And if this thing stays green, even if it doesn't, this thing is his, because if we hit a caution from here on out, Kane, this race is over. So this is really looking like the big day for Billy Price out front. And he's got a little lap traffic to deal with, but I don't think it's going to be anything to worry about, as he has a 3-second lead over Tyler Hudson in second. Now, Jordy Lopez Jr. and Tyler Hudson could potentially get a little battle, but I think those two, I tell you what, Patrick Crabtree trying to make a move around him and just lost a little bit of time on that last turn. They were neck and neck.
Did want to mention Steven Ezzini has made his way around Chris Overland and has taken over that 9th position. That shuffles Chris Overland back to the 10th position.
And here's Patrick down on the inside right now, and Chad Lawton as well. Here comes Patrick Crabtree, makes up 2 positions. Never mind, I forgot Chad was just got lapped. I apologize, but it's still a big pass right there. And Jordy Lopez Jr. now on the hunt. These two back and forth, and Patrick Crabtree makes another pass to move into 3rd. And now, Kane, as we get ready for the final lap, white flag will be waving. This is the final lap as Billy Price heads around turns 1 and 2. He's down the back stretch, and all he has to do is half a lap. And here it is as he heads through turns 3 and now 4. Your winner here at Richmond International Speedway in Week 9, it is Billy Price in the Worth Chevrolet. Congratulations on winning Richmond. Coming across now in 2nd place is Tyler Hudson and Patrick Crabtree 3rd. Jordy Lopez Jr. will finish 4th with Tyler Hill in 5th. Back in 6th it will be Tyler Laughlin, and Adam Gilliland comes out of nowhere to finish 7th. Josh Fox finishes 8th, and Steven Ezzini, a great finish for him, in 9th. Chris Overland's fast all-day car comes in 10th. Shane Daughtry just outside of the top 10 with a great finish in 11th. Nathan Saxon, a good day with 12th place finish for him. Danny Hansen made something out of nothing and gets a 13th place finish here at Richmond. Chad Lawton finishes 14th with Landon Harrison in 15th. Kyle McCormick will finish in 16th with PJ Sturgios in 17th. Chris Hall will finish 18th, and 19th goes to Jordan Worth. Stephen Gilbert will finish 20th with Brandon Coppinger in 21st. Casey Tucker in the Fastenal Fusion finishes in 22nd with Malik Ray in the Combos Camry in 23rd. Now, some of the guys with less fortunate days: Greg McKinney 24th, Benjamin Burmeister 25th, Brad Maurer in 26th, Brad Newman in 27th. Dwayne Vincent will finish in the 28th position, and Joe Quinn finished 29th. That's how they ran here at Richmond. Kane, what a fantastic day of racing we just saw here, and a great race. I tell you what, it was caution filled to begin with, and after that we had a nice green flag start to the finish. It really was fun to watch.
Oh, it was a fantastic race. There's a lot of cautions, but when the racing was going, and I'm so glad we got that green flag run to the finish, but when the racing was going, we was seeing some great racing out on the track tonight. So I think the new tire model can definitely be a great benefit to the iRacing services. I think we'll see some closer racing from here on out. I know there was some concern over it not having the fall off that the real sprint car tires have in the real series. They seem to have some pretty significant fall off, and these new tires here have some staying power. But I think with the little bit of additional grip that they have over the old tire model, I think we're really going to like this new tire model a lot better. We're going to see the racing improve drastically.
I think you're 100% right, Kane, and I think that iRacing will tweak the tire fall off as need be. Usually after they do a release like this, they actually will go back and make a minor tweak. We saw it last build. They had some issues with a couple things that they had done on the new build, and we had some really big problems, if you remember, especially with the broadcast. And it was because of some iRacing mistakes that they had and a couple bugs. And I think they'll come in and make some adjustments. And if enough guys say something about the tire fall off, they may or may not make adjustments, but it would be nice if they would. But overall, I am very impressed with the new tire model. And I think that once the drivers get adjusted and get acclimated with these new tires, I think the racing will be better than ever.
Yeah, I do too. I think we're going to see improved racing throughout the series from this. I love having the new Toyota involved. It's great. What iRacing is doing with the service and with this series here has just been great. I love that they're adding new makes to the series, and yeah, throughout several of their series that they run, adding more makes to the simulator is just improving everything. So kudos to iRacing for keeping the momentum going forward, and great job to these drivers for just having one day on this new tire model and coming in racing and doing such a good job.
Absolutely, and that's, it's been a great build. I'm very proud of what they've done. But just talking about the series, Malik Ray, tough day for him. The points leader, that helps everybody else a little bit in the point standings. Not to jump on Malik, I know that he'll be just fine next week. That's not a worry. I know that. But one thing that I love about Talladega is it's anybody's race. And as we head there next week, Kane, I just cannot wait uh, to see what happens out there. Like I said, we get on these restrictor plate tracks, and you just never know what will happen. It's anybody's race. The way the points are, it'd really be awesome to see a new name in victory lane like we did tonight with Billy Price. Billy was not as big of a surprise winner as he has been up at the front virtually every race. He's been somewhat towards the front, and we know he has found extreme speed through the season, and it's finally paid off for him. I'm proud of him, and really glad to see him do well this early in the season. It's a long season, Kane, and it's still a long way to go, but the points are so important. You have to get up towards the top and stay there. It's one of the hardest things in all of sports is this old style of racing points. It's just like the old Winston Cup was. There's no chase. There's no craziness. It is strictly points. You have to do well consistently, and that is what these top guys have done. They come in and week out and put up consistent results, and it's awesome to see. And for all the Road to Pro guys, they're learning that. They already know that, but they're really starting to not just think it, they're starting to act upon it. They can hang with these pro drivers really well, and it shows. Very proud of Billy. Did a good job. Another great driver tonight was Tyler Lawlin. He had a really great car in that number 7. I thought he had a really good chance to win this thing tonight, Kane. It just didn't work out for him. He did finish 6th, so all in all, a great night for him. Our pole sitter, Tyler Hill, did very well, finishing in the 5th spot. And Jordy Lopez Jr. does it again. He finds his way with another top 5 finish for the new 23 Camry. That it looked good for him. And I was really proud of Patrick Crabtree. Got him a 3, finished 3rd. Good night for these guys. Very proud of them.
Yeah, definitely a great finish for Patrick. He made his way through the field and finished 3rd. Jordy Lopez made his way through the field to finish 4th. Tyler Hill, he started on the pole and put pressure on these guys throughout the entire race. He managed to finish 5th. A great race for a lot of these guys. Some of them had kind of a bad day today. I know Brad Marr had a real tough race in the number 3 car. Just couldn't find, just had the car kind of set up wrong. It looked like he just couldn't keep the thing steady. Couldn't find no grip, and after a couple times of losing grip, he found himself out of the race. Casey Tucker, he was having a great race until he was involved in an accident. Stephen Gilbert, one of those that was involved in an accident. Jordan Worth, he was involved in, I think, every accident, and none of it was his fault. He just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. Lucky enough, though, these guys have a couple more races this week on this track to try to score the points that they may have missed out on this first race of the week. So we'll keep an eye on the points as the week goes on and check and see how things play out for next week and see who will be in that number 1 spot as we go into Talladega.
Absolutely. It's going to be very, very impressive as we head to Talladega. One of my favorites, Kane. Everybody knows how much I love Dega. The next 3 is Talladega, Kansas, and Charlotte. So speed, speed, and more speed the next 3 weeks. These guys are going to be going fast, fast, and fast. No short track racing in the next 3 weeks. It's all speed. And these guys are going to be working hard on some Tega setups. Talladega setups are constantly worked on. Any way to inch out any more speed is always on these teams' minds. How can I get just a hair more speed than the other guy? So we'll be talking to some of the guys throughout the week, hopefully, and we'll Hopefully get some interviews next week. But we will challenge everybody to come. We invite you to come and watch a very special broadcast 2 days from now, Friday, as we have a very special broadcast with SDC Motorsports as they present a race at Okayama. We also have a very exclusive interview with Sean Cole. You're not going to want to miss it. Make sure you come on and check it out. It's going to be a wonderful event, and so you're just going to make sure you want to catch that. You're not going to want to miss it. And thanks a lot for everybody for coming out tonight to Richmond International Raceway. It was a wonderful race. Once again, we want to congratulate Billy Price on a job well done here tonight. Things worked out right at the right time for Billy, and he got that lead away from Tyler Hudson, which is very difficult to do. And it really paid off as that green flag to that green run to the end finally came. I knew eventually it would have to come. We didn't get to see green flag stops this week, but you better believe we'll be seeing them next week from Talladega. So guys, make sure you join us Friday night. If you don't catch it at another time, you can always check us out at v8online.com or on YouTube. Just subscribe to V8 Online. And in the meantime, Kane, is there anything you want to say before we go?
No, I think you covered it. We got the special event there with SDC on Friday. Check the forums for that, or just check the Facebook of V8's Online on Facebook, and we'll have more information there.
Awesome news, buddy. Well, we have enjoyed it for all of us here at V8's Online. I'm JD Smith, with me Kane Kraft, and we thank you guys for coming out watching this killer race. We'll be looking you guys up as we'll be back for the NASCAR iRacing series next week as we come to you live from Talladega. You guys have a great night.